To find the right size for you on your next priority bicycle, start by taking these measurements: your height, your inseam, and your wingspan. Let's go through how to measure them. To measure our inseam, we're going to use the book method. So grab a hardcover or a thick book, something sturdy, and a tape measure. And use a flat wall. All right. Start by removing your shoes. Now, take your book and lift it up as far as you can go into your inseam and press it against the wall so that the bottom side of the book is flat against the wall. Now take your tape measure and measure all the way from the ground to the spine of the book. And that's your inseam. I'm getting 32 inches. You may think you have a good idea of what your height is already, but let's double check. All right, and now with your shoes off and your heels and shoulder blades flat against the wall, stand up nice and straight. All right, so now just get a measurement of that book. All right, 69-ish. Now to measure your wingspan, take your measuring tape and measure from one fingertip to the other fingertip. I've got 70 inches. So now using the drop downs, go ahead and put in those measurements. For me, I got a 32-inch inseam, 5'9" tall, and a 70-inch wingspan.
Hi, I'm Jake. I'm a bike fitter, and I've got over 10 years of experience performing bike fits for all types of riders on all types of bikes. Let me walk you through how to interpret the sizing app. So let's enter some of Eddie's information. We're going to start off short hair. We're going to go to 5'9" tall. He had an inseam of 32 inches and a wingspan of 70 inches. And let's see, we were looking at the Gemini. With all of your parameters entered, we'll hit this calculate size button and end up with two sections over here on the right. We'll have your boxes. Each of these represents a size of the bike model you're looking at. And below we've got our visualizer, which is an approximation of what you might look like on this model. If any of those sizes are grayed out, don't buy that size. That is a size that will not work for your height, inseam, and wingspan. If you've got a box that has a yellow marking, that means that some of your parameters are within this bike's size, and some may not be, and you might need some help. If you've got a green box, that means that everything you've entered will work for this model. These are really your most important steps. You want to read what each of these boxes are telling you, and you want to interpret that information with our visualizer. Now, on the visualizer, we do also have this seat height slider. Highlighted in the green area, or the area highlighted in green, is what we recommend your saddle height range to be. For the more casual rider, shorter distance, and more upright fit, you're going to be at the bottom of that scale. For the more experienced rider who wants to get the most out of their bike, you're probably going to be up at the top end of that. If you'd like to use that information to fit your bike once you get it, here is your saddle height number. And right now we've got this one set at 723 millimeters, and that will be measured from the center of your bottom bracket, center of this front sprocket, all the way to the top of the saddle. You can take that measurement, port it right over to your new bike. Now if we select one of these where the rider does not fit, you can really see that we've got the extra large shown here. And although the rider looks like they fit on the bike, if you look at the seat height, the estimation is below the green area, and this bike will not work for this rider. So let's just adjust this rider We're gonna add an inch to their overall height, and instantly we now have 2 green boxes. These 2 boxes, both of these bikes will fit this rider. If you're used to riding a larger bike and you like that feel, a big bike, long reach, go for it. In my experience, most riders who fit 2 sizes, the smaller size is generally the better size for them. A smaller bike is much easier to make larger than a large bike to make smaller. Changing some parts like a stem or a seat post is relatively easy to get them longer or larger, where making them smaller, making those points closer together is much more difficult. If you come across a bike and you've really only got one yellow option, or if you're confused about any of the numbers, the interpretations, you need help about what size to buy, give us a shout. We're always available to help via our website, our email, our text message, or phone call.